She met him on a rainy evening when the city looked tired of itself. The streets were shining with reflections, people hurried past with lowered heads, and she stood at the bus stop holding her coat tighter, thinking about nothing and everything at once. Her name was Anna, and at that moment she did not know that one glance would change the direction of her entire life. He stood a few steps away, smoking, his face half hidden by the hood. He noticed her looking at him and smiled, not arrogantly, not boldly, but as if he was surprised to be noticed at all. "Do you also hate waiting in the rain?" he asked. "I hate waiting," she answered honestly. "The rain is just a detail." He laughed quietly. "That's a good answer." That was how it started. Simple. Ordinary. No dramatic music, no warnings from fate. Just two strangers talking while the rain slowly soaked the city. His name was Mark. They began seeing each other soon after. Coffee turned into walks, walks turned into nights of talking until morning. Mark was attentive, intelligent, and carried a strange sadness in his eyes, as if he had already lived several lives before this one. Anna felt drawn to that sadness, though she did not yet understand why. One night, sitting on the floor of her apartment, backs against the wall, she finally asked the question that had been growing inside her. "You never talk about your past," she said softly. "Not really." Mark went silent. He stared at his hands for a long time, then sighed. "Because my past is not something people usually stay for." "I'm not people," she replied. "I'm me." He looked at her, searching for something in her face. Trust, maybe. Or courage. "I did things," he began. "Illegal things. Smart things. Dangerous things." "What kind of things?" Anna asked, her heart beating faster. "Financial crimes. Fraud. Identity theft. Money laundering." "I didn't hurt people with my hands," he added quickly, "but I ruined lives in other ways." Anna swallowed. Her mind tried to build distance, but her heart refused. "Why?" she asked. Mark leaned his head back against the wall. "Because I was good at it. And because it made me feel powerful when everything else in my life felt small." She did not answer immediately. Inside her, fear and affection collided painfully. "Are you still doing it?" she finally asked. "No," he said firmly. "I'm being watched. One mistake and it's over." And yet, deep down, Anna already knew. This story would not end peacefully. Months later, it happened. Early morning. Loud knocks on the door. Voices. Authority. "Mark, open up." Police. Anna's world collapsed in seconds. She stood frozen as they handcuffed him, as they read charges she barely understood, as her apartment filled with strangers who treated the man she loved like an object. "I'm sorry," Mark said to her as they led him away. "I wanted to protect you from this." "I don't need protection," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. "I need you." The trial was long and brutal. The media painted him as a monster, a mastermind criminal, a manipulator. Anna sat in the courtroom every day, listening to numbers, evidence, cold descriptions of his actions. "He exploited weaknesses in the system," the prosecutor said. "He destroyed financial security for hundreds of people." Anna wanted to scream, "You don't see him the way I do." When it was Mark's turn to speak, his voice was calm but broken. "I won't deny what I did," he said. "I was wrong. I thought intelligence excused morality. It doesn't. I accept the sentence." He looked at Anna. "But loving her was the most honest thing I ever did." He was sentenced to 8 years. People told Anna to leave. Friends disappeared. Her mother begged her. "You're wasting your life," her mother cried. "He will destroy you." But Anna stayed. Prison changed everything. Letters became their lifeline. "I wake up every day regretting the man I was," Mark wrote. "But your letters remind me of the man I could still become." Anna wrote back obsessively. "I don't love who you were," she wrote. "I love who you are when you are honest. And who you are trying to be." She visited him whenever she could. Behind glass, through phones, she watched his face grow older, harder, but also calmer. One day, during a visit, he said quietly, "You should go. You deserve freedom. A clean life." Anna shook her head. "Don't decide for me." "Anna," he said, his voice trembling. "I am a criminal." She leaned closer to the glass. And I am a woman who chooses. Years passed. Slowly, painfully, Anna built a routine around absence. She worked, she lived, but everything felt like waiting. At night, alone, doubts whispered to her. What if he comes out and is empty? What if love isn't enough? But every letter, every visit, every honest word kept her anchored. Finally, the day came. Mark walked out of prison thinner, quieter, carrying everything he had left in a small bag. Anna stood across the street, afraid to breathe. He looked at her as if she were unreal. "You're still here," he said. "I told you," she answered through tears. "I hate waiting, but I do it anyway." He took a step toward her, then another, as if afraid she might disappear. When he reached her, he stopped. "I don't know how to live outside," he admitted. "I don't know who I am now." Anna took his hands. "Then we'll learn." That night, lying beside her, Mark stared at the ceiling. "I'm scared," he whispered. "So am I," she replied. "But fear doesn't mean stop. It means be careful." He turned to her. "Why did you wait?" She thought for a moment. "Because love isn't about clean stories. It's about staying when it's hard." Mark closed his eyes, tears slipping silently. For the first time in his life, he felt free, not because he had escaped punishment, but because someone had seen his worst and stayed anyway. Their future was uncertain. Society would never forget. Trust would need rebuilding every day. But as they lay there, breathing the same air, they understood one thing clearly. This was not a story about a criminal and a woman. It was a story about choice, consequence, and the quiet, stubborn courage to love someone not despite their darkness, but knowing it, and believing in light anyway. They tried to live quietly at first, as if loud happiness might attract trouble. The apartment felt smaller with two people learning how to exist together again. Mark woke up early every morning, startled by silence instead of prison noise. Sometimes he would sit on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, his chest tight. "Are you okay?" Anna asked one morning, still half asleep. "I keep thinking someone will come for me," he admitted. "That this is temporary." Anna reached for his hand. "No one is coming. You're here." "I don't know how to be here," he whispered. Outside, the world was less forgiving. Employers smiled politely when they saw his RSUM and then never called back. Old friends avoided him. Strangers recognized his face from articles that still lived on the internet. One evening, Mark threw his jacket onto the chair in frustration. "They look at me like I'm still behind bars." Anna stayed calm, though it hurt. "You were behind bars," she said gently. "But you're not anymore. It will take time." "How much time?" He snapped, then immediately regretted it. "I'm sorry. I don't mean to take it out on you." She stepped closer. "Talk to me. Don't shut me out." He rubbed his face. In prison, everything was clear. Rules. Punishment. Here I don't know how to be a normal man. "You don't have to be normal," Anna replied. "Just be honest." At night, Mark's thoughts grew louder. What if I fail again? What if I drag her down with me? He remembered the thrill of crime, the control, the power, and hated himself for missing it. One night, he confessed it to her. "I'm afraid of myself," he said, staring into the dark. "Part of me still remembers how easy it was." Anna felt fear rise in her chest, but she did not pull away. "And what do you do with that part?" "I fight it," he said. "Every day." She turned to him. "Then don't fight alone." They began rebuilding piece by piece. Mark found work at a small repair shop owned by an old man who asked no questions, only said, "Everyone deserves a second chance if they show up on time." Mark showed up early every day. Slowly, trust grew, not from words, but from routine. One afternoon, Anna came home to find Mark sitting at the table, holding a letter. His hands were shaking. "What is it?" she asked. "A former associate," he said. "He knows him out. He wants help with something. Easy money." Anna's heart dropped. "What did you say?" "Nothing yet," Mark replied. "I wanted to tell you first." She sat across from him. Silence stretched painfully. "This is where stories usually repeat," she said quietly. "I know," he answered. "And that's why I'm scared." "What do you want to do?" she asked. He looked at her, eyes tired but clear. I want a life where I don't look over my shoulder. I want to be someone you can trust without fear. Then burn the letter, Anna said. Mark hesitated only a second before tearing it in half, then again, until it was nothing but scraps. He stood up and threw them away, breathing hard. I choose this, he said. I choose you. Even when it's harder. That night, Anna cried silently, not from sadness, but from relief. Years passed. Not dramatically, not easily, but honestly. They argued about small things, money, fear, the past, but never about staying. Mark learned patience. Anna learned boundaries. Love matured into something quieter, stronger. One evening, sitting on the balcony, Mark spoke softly. I used to think love was possession, he said. Control. Now I know it's responsibility. Anna smiled faintly. And choice. He nodded. Every day. The past never fully disappeared. But it no longer defined them. What defined them was the decision to walk forward together, eyes open, carrying scars without letting them bleed onto each other. And in that shared, imperfect life, they found something Mark had never stolen, manipulated, or earned illegally. Redemption. Time did not suddenly become kind, but it became real. Life stopped feeling like a pause between disasters and started to feel like movement. Slow, uneven, sometimes painful movement, but forward. Mark began having nightmares again. Not every night, but often enough that Anna learned to recognize the signs before he even spoke. He would wake up sharply, breath uneven, eyes unfocused, as if still locked inside another world. Hey, she whispered one night, placing her hand on his chest. You're here. Look at me. He stared at her for a few seconds, then exhaled deeply. I was back there, he said hoarsely. I could hear the doors. Anna didn't say anything. She just stayed close, letting him feel the warmth, the reality of her presence. Silence, she learned, was sometimes stronger than words. In the mornings, Mark would apologize. I hate that you have to deal with this, he said once, tying his boots with shaking fingers. You didn't sign up for a broken man. Anna stopped him, crouched in front of him, and looked straight into his eyes. I signed up for you. Broken or not. He swallowed hard. I don't deserve you. Deserve has nothing to do with love, she answered calmly. Choice does. That sentence stayed with him. One day, months later, Mark came home quieter than usual. He sat at the kitchen table without taking off his jacket. What happened? Anna asked. I ran into one of my victims, he said. Her chest tightened. What do you mean? He recognized me, Mark continued. Same eyes as in the courtroom. He didn't shout. Didn't insult me. He just looked at me and said, You ruined my life. Anna sat down slowly. What did you say? Nothing, Mark admitted. I couldn't speak. He was right. The guilt he had carried for years suddenly had a face, a voice. That night, Mark didn't sleep. He sat on the balcony until dawn, replaying every choice he had ever made. Love doesn't erase consequences, he thought. It only gives you the strength to face them. The next morning, he made a decision. I want to make amends, he told Anna. Not symbolically. For real. How? She asked. I don't know yet, he said honestly. But running from it isn't living. He started volunteering at a financial rehabilitation center, helping people rebuild credit, understand systems, protect themselves from fraud. He never hid who he was. I used to exploit these weaknesses, he told them. Now I'm trying to fix what I broke. Some people walked out. Some shouted. Some stayed. Every rejection hurt, but every person who listened healed something inside him. Anna watched him change, not dramatically, not heroically, but deeply. He learned humility. He learned to sit with discomfort. He learned that redemption was not a moment, but a practice. Their relationship changed too. Love became quieter. Less fire, more foundation. They learned how to argue without destroying each other. One night, during a particularly hard conversation, Anna finally said the thing she had been afraid to say for years. I was angry at you, she admitted. Not just at what you did, but at how you left me alone to deal with it. Mark's face tightened. I know. I didn't get arrested, she continued, voice trembling. But I served a sentence too. in waiting, in defending you, in losing people. Mark felt the weight of her words crush his chest. He moved closer. I never thanked you, he said quietly. And I should have. She looked away. I didn't stay for gratitude. I know, he replied. But I want to acknowledge the cost. That night, something unspoken between them finally found air. Pain didn't divide them, it clarified them. Years later, on an ordinary afternoon, Mark stood in the doorway holding a small box, his hands shaking more than they ever had before. Anna, he said, voice unsteady. I know my past is heavy. I know loving me hasn't been simple or safe or clean. She watched him silently. But if you choose me, he continued, I promise to choose you every day, not as a promise of perfection, but of honesty. He opened the box. Anna didn't cry immediately. She just stared at him, at the man he had been, the man he was becoming, the scars they both carried. Yes, she said finally. But only if we never pretend the past didn't exist. Mark nodded, tears falling freely. Never. They married quietly. No crowds. No speeches about forever without struggle. Just vows grounded in reality. Years later, when someone asked Anna, was it worth it? She thought of the nights alone. The judgment. The fear. The waiting. Then she thought of the man beside her, cooking dinner badly, humming softly, finally at peace with himself. Yes, she answered. Not because it was easy, but because it was real. And Mark, hearing this from the other room, understood something he had never known in all his years of manipulation and control. Real freedom is not escaping consequences. It is becoming someone who can live with them, and still choose love. Time did not erase their past, but it taught them how to live with it. Life became quieter, steadier. Not perfect, not easy, real. Mark no longer tried to escape who he had been. He worked, helped others avoid the same mistakes, and accepted that some doors would always remain closed. The need to prove himself disappeared. What remained was responsibility. One evening, Anna said softly, "You're not running anymore." He nodded. I finally understand that freedom isn't the absence of consequences. It's living honestly with them. The past still reminded of itself, looks, whispers, old articles, but it no longer ruled them. When doubt appeared, they faced it together. I don't regret loving you, Anna said once. Mark held her hand tighter. And I spend every day making sure that love wasn't wasted. Their story was never about crime or prison. It was about choice. About staying when leaving would be easier. About becoming better not in words, but in actions. It was not a miracle. It was a decision. Made every day.